Hi, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use Makercase to create a design where you can apply your Illustrator patterns to. So, for example, you might want to make a box that's not four-sided. You can click onto Polygon Box. You want to first change this to millimeters, and say you want a triangular box. Type in 3. This little visualization you can manipulate with your left click, and you can also zoom in and out to see how it looks. So side length, inside diameter, outside diameter, you've got a few different things you can play with here. So I'm just going to use round numbers. So the outside I'm going to make 150, and the outside height I'm going to make 120. And material thickness, keep that at 3 millimeters. You will need a closed box for your designs since you want them to be a lamp. And on the joints here, for this to be a bit stronger, you're going to change it to finger. So you can, depending on how complex your box is, if it's got more sides, it's going to be more difficult having more fingers. If you just change this to, say, something like that, that should work fine, and it'll be a little simpler. Also, it's sort of an aesthetic consideration you want to think about too. Do you want it to be, so like jigsaw puzzle like, or a bit more simple and basic? I'm going to go for a bit more basic here. You can't actually tap this in. You have to just go with the slider. All right, once you've decided you're happy with that, you're going to download the box plans. So when you click this, you will have some options here. So you can have the text downloaded with it, or you can just disable that. It's a pretty simple box, so we won't need the text, so we can disable the line formatting. This is where you can save yourself a bit of time. So put in the stroke width that we know will work with our laser cutter, which is 0.001. The other thing you can do here is you can already change the color. So you're going to put in 2 zeros. So you should have 6 zeros here. That'll make it black. Don't worry about the inside cut line color. We don't have any of that happening in our designs. Kerf and compensation. Now here you can just do none. So for kerf, just don't include kerf. Make that 0. Same for corner compensation. You're going to use hot glue with your designs to secure them, so kerf isn't something we're going to worry about yet. Once you've sorted that and you're happy with everything, so cut compensation, leave it at 0. You can go to download SVG. When you download this, it's going to be in your downloads folder. So you'll go into Adobe, and good idea to have your document set up. So go to new, make sure you're working in the 600 by 450 size, the same size as the piece of wood we're going to work with, and then just press create. And here we're going to go to file, and we're going to open, and we're going to go to downloads, and we're going to grab that box. So click that, open it up, and you'll see you've got all your pieces ready to go. So I'm going to select these. I'm just going to press Command C, go back to my document on the side here, Command V, and this will give you an idea of how much wood you have for your project. So you might want to rearrange these a little bit to sort of make the most of the space. Just holding shift to snap that. And here I'm going to select both of those, move them here. And if I wanted to, I could potentially do a couple of extra sides just to see how my design might work. So you can hold down Option, Shift, drag off a copy. Just make sure you've got no overlapping parts. Now, just for example's sake, I'm going to click and drag in a design from a student from last year. So I'll just put that in. All right, so I'm just going to grab this one, select that, Command C, Command V, and here I can position this wherever I like. I might need to scale it slightly. So that's going to be the front. And on the sides, I'm going to pinch this pattern here. So select this, Control C. You can do the same thing in your document. Just copy it over once you've finished working on your patterns. Control V, Command V on a Mac. So I'm going to have nothing on the back and that same pattern on the 3 sides of my triangle. You'll see the pink guides will often snap and tell you when it's aligned, so that's quite useful. Now that I've done my design, I want to make sure I'm saving it so it's easy for the person operating the laser cutter to organize. So when I save it, make sure you save it the same way. So go to File, Save As, Save on your computer, and you're going to title it like this. So your last name underscore first name underscore lamp design, and save that into your tech folder. And then I will tell you where to submit it in Teams. Make sure it's on Adobe Illustrator. Save. And you are good to go.